Niall, we're here on the project with Jones Engineering as part of the construction safety campaign. We just listened to a talk that you've given about being in the right mindset for work. Give us your take on it. I mean, what's really important?
Well, I hope that everybody who listened here, who are part of what's happening at this company, that they understand they're in a dressing room. Just like I was in a dressing room many years ago, and you can be in good dressing rooms or bad dressing rooms, in between dressing rooms, but the good ones are the ones you remember, and the good ones are where everybody prospers. And I think the important aspects of that then, and the parallels that can be drawn, looking out for each other, having each other's back, and particularly in the world of construction, because it's so more, in my mind anyway, so much more important than winning matches is actually safety, and staying alive. So it's quite critical, but I suppose I spoke on the basis that by believing you're in a dressing room, you've got the power within that dressing room to make the dressing room better, and to mentor or to seek out those who you think aren't quite right. Just don't go off and do your own thing. The great dressing rooms, they act as one. And while the dressing room here might be a bit bigger, the same principles apply. There's leadership needed within that space, people stepping up to the plate. But also, valuing the safety, particularly in this particular dressing room that we're talking about, and the importance of that, and not being afraid to come up with sort of objections if things are wrong, feeling good enough that it's the right thing to do, to say, hey, this isn't safe. That's a big thing. But I think there are other things as well. Understanding mentoring and how can I actually help people along. People probably don't understand how valuable their advice would be if they've been somewhere where somebody else hasn't.
Sure.
And I was trying to give a few examples in my life. People like Pat Rice, who gave me advice, things that just made my life work out so much better in football. There's hidden gems in every dressing room.
Yeah.
And it's getting that out of them. And understanding then as well on the upside that there's also people who mightn't be getting there and might be struggling.
Sure.
And having a knack within that dressing room to be the person that asks and seeks, is everything okay?
Don't underestimate what value your opinion or
my whole thing is, your voice is actually not just valuable, it's so important, in that whether that's a one-on-one with somebody who you feel isn't quite right, is there something up, right the way through to going, sort of up a ladder or two to say, hey, things aren't right here, we need to change. But it was a really good experience. I enjoyed meeting everybody, and I hope I got the impression, and I think I did in some cases, that they are in a dressing room.
Yeah, there's an easy transfer.
The parallels are there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think I can see people nodding, going, yeah, that's about
absolutely,
right. And so I hope this dressing room gets stronger and stronger.
I think it made an impact without a doubt.